Hello, and thanks for clicking on this presentation and looking for more information about optometry at Ulster. My name is Professor Catherine Saunders. I've been a lecturer and researcher in optometry at Ulster University for over 20 years. And as the lead academic for optometry at the university, I'm delighted to tell you about our wonderful undergraduate course. This short presentation will give you some general information about studying optometry and becoming an optometrist, as well as details specific to our course here at Ulster. We are very proud of the optometry undergraduate programme that you'll be applying to enter. We have a great and dedicated team of lecturers, all experts, clinicians, academics and/or researchers who will be on hand to support your journey towards becoming an optometrist. The course consistently achieves top rankings in the Complete University Guide, which I'm sure you've investigated in order to get more information to inform your choices. In this presentation, I'll cover why choosing to study optometry at Ulster is a good idea, what you will learn about, how you'll be taught and how we'll support you in your training and learning, and the varieties of careers our graduates undertake. Ulster University has more than one campus and the optometry programme is firmly located in Coleraine as it has been from its inception. Coleraine is on the beautiful north coast of Northern Ireland, not far from the Giant's Causeway and a couple of miles from beautiful local beaches, and the campus itself is spacious and modern. Many of our students live on campus in first year, but then move to the wonderful accommodation that's available in Portrush and Portstewart in subsequent years. These seaside towns have a lot of very smart and well-serviced holiday homes which owners rent out to students during term time. Many of our students also make good use of the seaside location with surfing and water sports activities. As an optometry student, you will have access to our on-campus clinics, where we not only teach you how to use the techniques and state-of-the-art equipment that you need to become an optometrist, but where you'll be providing eye care services under supervision to the patients who come to us for their eye care. This includes a wide range of patients, including children and people with visual impairment and those with complex visual needs. From this on-campus experience, your clinical expertise and confidence will build and will be supported by clinical experience in local hospital settings as well. Because we have relatively small year groups, usually under 40 students in each year, you'll also get to know all of the people studying in your year and also many of the students in the years above and below you. This makes for a very friendly and supportive course cohort and allows the staff to really get to know you as an individual so that they can better help you in your learning and development. The National Student Survey, or NSS, is a yearly government-run survey of all students at undergraduate level across all universities and all courses. Our optometry students at Ulster consistently report extremely high satisfaction in the course in this survey. I'll be telling you a little bit more about how optometry education is changing a bit in a moment. There's a move for all optometry courses in all universities across the UK to a 4-year integrated master's programme. The old Bachelors of Science or BSc option for optometry training will no longer be a valid way to become an optometrist. Previously, only a few universities, including Ulster, have offered a 4-year integrated master's in optometry. It's usually referred to as an M-Optom. Soon all will have to do so, either from 2023, 2024 or 2025, depending on how quickly other universities adapt to the new requirement. Because we have an established 4-year integrated Masters in Optometry already, this adaptation process is relatively easy and is currently underway, such that from 2023 all students will enrol onto Ulster's 4-year M-Optom, allowing our graduates to achieve the most up-to-date training and qualification. To become an optometrist, you'll need to understand the anatomy and physiology of the eyes and visual system, and then also appreciate human anatomy and physiology, as optometrists need to consider the whole body system, not just the eyes. You'll be taught about optics and optical materials, and taught clinical skills and how to use an exciting array of advanced technologies which help the modern eye care professional care for their patients, maximise their visual potential, and identify signs of ocular and systemic disease. There's also a focus on ethics, professionalism and communication, as optometrists must not only be able to act ethically and professionally, they need to be able to communicate clearly, compassionately and empathetically with patients and carers, as well as other health and social care professionals. The course is designed in such a way as to build knowledge and skills throughout the 4 years, starting with securing your understanding of the principles around visual anatomy and physiology, optics and optical materials, and how the visual system processes visual information. Right from week 1 of year 1, you'll also be in the clinic learning how to undertake eye tests and examinations, using the knowledge learned in lectures and tutorials to understand the techniques you're using and the results you're finding. In both years 1 and 2, you'll go out into local community optometry practices for short 1-week placements to get experience of the primary eye care environment. I'm sure many of you have already sat in with an optometrist in work experience, but these short placements provide further opportunity to put your learning into context and get more hands-on experience. Clinical skills and interpretation of clinical findings are built on in years 2 and 3, and in 3rd year you'll start seeing patients of your own in the on-campus clinic, testing their eyes and providing them with glasses or contact lenses, all of course supervised by a qualified tutor. This important experience, alongside half-day placements in a variety of hospital clinics during 3rd year, prepare you for the long placement you undertake in the 4th year. These long placements are generally paid work experience, where you'll be supervised to provide eye care in a community optometry setting or in a hospital clinic, or a mixture of both. Whilst undertaking this paid work, you'll still be a student of the university and still be undertaking supported learning with us. And during the year, we'll test how your skills and knowledge are growing as you gain further experience and confidence in working as an optometrist in training. As I noted before, the way optometrists are trained in the UK is changing. In order to become an optometrist, you'll need to study a course approved and accredited by the General Optical Council, and then demonstrate the required knowledge, skills and experience to join the Register of Optometrists. To achieve this registration, there used to be a 2-stage process. First, a degree in optometry, usually 3 years BSc, and then a pre-registration training year, which was undertaken after graduation. Some universities, like Ulster, also offered alongside this a 4 years Masters in Optometry, which included the pre-registration year before graduation. And during this year, students continued studying with the university while they're doing their pre-registration year in clinical practice. As I mentioned, the General Optical Council will soon require that all students achieve the MOptom, all studying at university, including that long placement for a minimum of 4 years. And for this reason, Ulster has closed the BSc entry route from 2023, so that all our students will enter into the MOptom programme, for which we already have General Optical Council accreditation. The on-campus optometry clinic is at the heart of the teaching you'll get at Ulster. Right from the first week as an optometry student, you'll be in the clinic learning career-specific skills. And as your skills and confidence build, by the 3rd year, you'll be testing members of the public of all ages in the on-campus clinic, readying yourself for the move into your long placement, working in practice in the final year. The first 3 years of the programme are full-time at Coleraine. The timetable is full. There is a lot to learn and experience. You should typically expect to be on campus at least 3 days a week in the first year, and will typically be in for practical tutorials and or clinical sessions at least twice a week throughout the programme. Short off-campus hospital and practice placements are also built into the first 3 years of the programme. And then in the 4th year, as I said, you'll mainly be out working in practice as an optometrist, and training under supervision, but with input and support from university tutors and with time allocated for study. Our students undertake a wide variety of learning activities and assessments through their training, including some group and interdisciplinary work with students from other health-related courses. Assessment is a mixture of coursework, practical skills assessment and formal exams. And we use the most appropriate assessments depending on what is most important and appropriate for the topic being assessed. And we also need to make sure we meet all the requirements of the General Optical Council in regard to what they expect from a robust training course. As an Ulster optometry student, you'll be on one of the smallest optometry courses in the UK. And we've been keen to keep our class sizes small to ensure high quality individual learning experiences, and plenty of them. You'll be assigned a personal tutor, and both they and the other members of staff and your classmates will get to know you in the very interactive and friendly environment of the course. The campus has an extensive library and journal access, and additional support and resources are also available to students through the virtual learning environment, Blackboard. You'll also have access to student support services both online and on campus. COVID-19 brought some unexpected challenge to teaching a practical subject which involves human interaction, and much of that human interaction at relatively close quarters. The staff moved quickly to online lectures and tutorials with live interactive sessions during the strict lockdown conditions. We worked well with these sessions, and the students were very much appreciative of this form of learning. Because we have a self-contained clinic, we were able to offer students on-campus practical sessions with appropriate PPE and social distancing in place. In this way, we provided our students with the practical learning they needed to progress through the course. Although it did mean the staff had to run multiple sessions to meet the social distancing requirements, the small numbers of students allowed this to be possible, and we felt it was really important for student learning and progression. Feedback from the students underlined how much they appreciated our commitment. The optometry clinic continued to remain open during the pandemic, offering emergency eye care to the public, and following the guidance of the NHS and professional bodies, our students were able to undertake eye care services under one-to-one supervision from tutors. Clinical experiences in the optometric workplace are an integral part of the course. In addition to the short placements undertaken in years 1 and 2 to get you used to the public eye clinic environment, there's a substantial amount of real-world experience in years 3 and 4. In year 3, students provide eye care services to a range of patients in the clinic and attend a variety of hospital clinics too. In year 4, you'll be working in a practice on the high street or in a hospital clinic, a fantastic opportunity to really hone those clinical skills and develop confidence in working with the public and other members of the eye care team and wider health team too. As a student training to become an optometrist, you'll be a professional in training, and as such you'll interact with the professional bodies associated with optometry, the General Optical Council, who regulate the profession, the Association of Optometrists, and the College of Optometrists. We work especially closely as a course team with the General Optical Council to make sure the qualifications we deliver are up to date and fit for purpose, and with the College of Optometrists too, with whom we're collaborating to provide high quality placement experiences for students. Optometry is an evidence-based profession. Clinicians use the outputs of research to make sure they're delivering the best care to their patients in the optimal way. So therefore, the input of research into the teaching and learning environment is an important component of programs offering optometric training. And at Ulster University, the optometry staff include internationally respected and recognised researchers, thus ensuring your learning is informed by the latest developments in clinical practice and technology. It also means there'll be opportunities for you to get involved in research and find out whether a career in research or academia will be something you might like to pursue once you graduate. At Ulster, we work closely with employers so that we can make sure our students are ready for the workplace and provide a workforce that matches employers' needs, ensuring our students are sought after employees. The Ulster course provides an accredited qualification with clinical skills honed through the clinical placements embedded from an early stage of training, and a good platform of communication skills with which our graduates can successfully interact with patients and other professionals. We are very proud of the achievements of our graduates and enjoy celebrating with them at the end of training. Can you picture yourself here? I hope so. As I said, our graduates are in demand from employers, and optometry offers an interesting career landscape with opportunities for a varied portfolio of work, including research in academic settings, more specialised activity in a hospital clinic, and/or work for vision-related charities or industry. So it's not just necessarily about working in a community optometry practice 7 days a week, but you have opportunities to mix it up a bit. As a course team, we explore feedback from students and also from employers, and we know that many employers regularly look to Ulster to supply their clinical workforce, including Michael Higgins, who's a practice owner in Scotland, and you can see his comments about our students on the slide. In a similar vein, Sanjay in England says that he's found Ulster University has provided some of the most knowledgeable and able graduates that he's employed, and that recruiting Ulster students has now become a crucial success factor for him and his practices. This slide presents some key information which you may want to pause the slide to look at, and alongside there's a link to the online prospectus which I encourage you to review. As I've noted, the Ulster Integrated Masters in Optometry, the MOptom, is approved by the General Optical Council and will replace the BSc in Optometry previously offered. The MOptom is undergoing adaptation to meet the new requirements of the General Optical Council, and although until these changes are ratified by the university and the General Optical Council, the UCAS application forms may still refer to the BSc. Don't worry about that. Application to optometry at Ulster will get you into the correct programme with us. Obviously, as course teams respond to changes in technology, public health advice, professional requirements, etc., we will be modifying the detail of what we teach to make sure our courses are both up to date and of the best quality. So if you want more detail on module information, get in touch with a member of the course team by linking through to the online prospectus. The online prospectus also gives full up-to-date details of the entry requirements. Take a look and see what you need to join us. And then go to UCAS to get an application in. And once you've applied, you'll have opportunities to be invited for further events, either online or on campus, where you can meet the course team and review our offering in even more detail. I'd just like to finish by wishing you all the best with your studying and hoping that you'll make Ulster Optometry your destination.